It's hard to know when you're winning if you don't know how to keep score. So let's talk about metrics. I'm here with Barrett, a partner at Sodium Halogen. And Barrett, thanks to technology, there's lots of things that we can measure. You can measure visits, you can measure clicks, you can measure the number of Cheetos that I can eat in an hour.
That's right. So it's never been easier to measure things, but how do you know what the best things are to measure? And how do you keep from being distracted by the things that don't matter?
Yeah, it can be a challenge figuring out what the important things are to measure. And my friend-tor, Janice Frazier, says that we have to watch out for vanity metrics.
So what is a vanity metric?
Yeah, so a vanity metric is any number that maybe makes you feel good and that you can measure, but ultimately it doesn't have any impact on your business. So it's a little bit like fool's gold.
Gotcha. So now that we have an idea of what to measure, we need to know how to measure it. And that can be tricky, like how do I measure my employee satisfaction?
Yeah. So figuring out the unit of measure can be one of the biggest challenges. And I feel like that's probably one of the reasons that people end up not measuring is because it's difficult. If you're going to measure employee satisfaction, then maybe you could write down a score when you do your quarterly checkups that we've talked about in another video.
Oh, right. So you want to make sure that you're always measuring your metrics against a period of time. So that way your results are something like, I had a 20% increase in sales over the last month, or I had a 15% decrease in customer service calls over the last week, or better yet, I had a 35% increase in productivity over the last quarter. Or maybe a 5% reduction in sarcastic comments by William.
You talking about me behind my back? Yeah, all of those are great examples of things that actually will affect the impact of your company. So no vanity metrics in any of those. The big thing is you want to be able to measure the success that you're having over that specific period of time so you can make better decisions on other experiments. So if I step on the scales every morning and see that I'm still 5 pounds overweight, but I don't change my diet or exercise, then what good does it do me to measure? I think Einstein is quoted as saying that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
Right. And we've made several videos on experiments in the past, so we won't get into that today. Just remember that metrics help you make better, more informed decisions. And if you want those success metrics to improve, you just need to do lots of small experiments, measure the results, and see what works best for you.
Yeah, we really nerd out on this stuff. So we've created a worksheet that you can download, and it will help you figure out things like what to measure, how to set goals, how to track your progress on that. And then a big thing is recording your insights that you have from that experiment. Hey, here's the thing that we learned from this, and we can use that moving forward.
So for this week, ask a team member to help you decide what the 3 most important metrics are to measure, and then pick the top one. Get a baseline of where that metric is now and determine how you're going to measure it going forward. Set a goal and a target date. Download our worksheet, run some small experiments, and crush those goals. Or maybe even a 12% reduction in pudding pop consumption by the staff.